Hello everyone, hope you're doing okay. Roberto here for a mystery review special, part 13. Yeah, basically where I just review random things from the backlog, basically. Some things that might be a bit different, sometimes, yeah, just something a bit special maybe. So we'll see how we get on today. So hope you're doing alright. It's a lovely day in the UK today. It's very much a sort of springy, summery day. I've no idea if it is summer or spring still, I'm not sure. I kind of do it by quarters of the year, and in that mind it's summer, but I think it's probably technically still spring, but there we go. But yeah, so some good stuff to review today. As I say, about 5 or 6 things probably is the gist of it. So quite some nice things to go by. So yeah, I was trying to do, but just before I go on, I was trying to publish something yesterday, but long story short is it took a very long time for me to finish. It was look back part, I don't know, 23 or something. I was trying to basically finish it yesterday, but it just took so long. I had so many problems with it. I managed to do it, but the software itself was, well, after some time, but the software itself was playing up for quite some time. So there we go anyway. But gist of it is, I managed to get it finally done. It should be on Monday, I think. I think I'll save it till then and then put it on Monday. So I might try and do the June update tomorrow maybe, as well as a member special as well. So there we go. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get cracking on. I think got a couple of some decent things to actually. I did go out and basically because it's becoming warmer now, of course, because getting into summer and things, you have to start being mindful of the fact that some things it could just be too hot to review some chocolates. So I don't know, I'm trying to look out for things as well for mystery reviews that might be easy to manipulate and stuff like this. So that's kind of biscuity, cookie type things, cookie type things as well. But we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? It's one of those where it just depends on my house as well. It's not just the weather outside; it's my house. So if my house gets too warm, maybe I'll just have to aerate the house a bit more. But anyway, without further ado, yeah. So these new products, I've been meaning to sort of get them really, but I've kind of been umming and ahhing about them, and I finally bit the bullet. And here's one of them. Yes, it's the B&N or BN. BN, BN or McVitie's BN. I didn't realise that actually. I didn't know they were owned by McVitie's now. But there you go. Yeah, chocolate flavoured biscuits. Yeah, so they did a few of these in the past. I think I think I did a strawberry. I might have done the chocolate one as well in another mystery review in the past. I'm not sure actually, but it was when they were owned by a different company. This afternoon, I think they were the French versions actually I got previously. But you can see there, it's basically a biscuit with a smiley face on it. But plenty of filling. I mean, you can see, well, hopefully if it represents, if that's a good representation of the actual biscuit. A good set of chocolate middle there. Unlike, say, jammy dodgers and things which I've always complained about, just don't have enough middle to biscuit ratio. Another staple, but yeah, obviously got some kind of, I don't know, competition for Britain's Got Talent. So yeah, so what's it say on there? So it's 84 calories per biscuit, which I think is still quite a lot actually, but it's probably a reasonable amount for a triple layered biscuit like this, but even so, got some shenanigans on the side. Want to be healthy balance. Got this. I love the way you have like the biscuit on a trampoline and cycling and stuff like that. You know, it's trying to say, well, you know, it's trying to promote healthiness as well, which I guess is a good thing. But clearly, if you were trying to be healthy, you probably wouldn't really be going too close to these kind of biscuits. But well, it's all within reason, isn't it? So per 100 grams, 465 calories. Which is, we usually chocolate products, chocolate bars and things are between 500 and 550 I've found, so, you know, but biscuits are a bit lower. 18.1 grams of fat, 9 of which are saturates, but per biscuit 18.1 grams, 84 calories as we said, 3.3 grams of fat, 1.6 of which are saturates. Typical number of biscuits per pack, 16. So it's quite a lot, so I can imagine you could probably easily go through half a pack. Yeah, so, which is quite a lot, I don't know, 700 calories or something, so it's quite, yeah. Bear that in mind. We do have palm oil in there. You can see there, palm. And anything else of interest? Natural flavourings. Okay, suitable for vegetarians. 185 gram. There we go. And some recycling information there. Recycling curbside collection. Seems to be a lot of that on these products. I don't understand why it says that. You have to recycle at a supermarket or something. You know, let me know if anyone knows why that is, but there we are. Got the quality guarantee there as well. The barcode. Alright, so I do have my little camera that, yes, here we go down here, so I can open them separately and keep on the screen. So we can do that. I might try and get at some point a better quality camera for that. It's slightly less, not quite as good a quality as the one above, but there we go. Normally for sort of chocolatey things, I would sort of jam a knife into it basically and sort of slice along it really, but obviously for being a bit more civilised when I'm online, I think I'll I won't be quite like that. But there we go. So I'll just be opening it sort of normally. Or trying to at least. I think it's got like some kind of training, so I can feel it's got like a, you know, that weird, I don't know what it really is. That's a weird card, ridged card sort of insert. I can feel it's got one of those in it to keep it structured. So I'll give it an open. Let's have a look. We'll see if there's 16 biscuits in there as well. And of course I'm trying to open it carefully so they don't just blow up all over the place. So that would not be the best thing to do. Okay, so there you go. So you're presented with that actually on the screen. Well, on the screen as you open it, which is a nice smiley face. I think it's not quite, I mean, I think they're probably going to have different smiley faces. It's obviously a bit more, not quite as cartoony as that one, but it's nice all the same. Not too bad. There we go. So I reckon they're probably going to have more than one smiley face on it. And I can see here as well, yeah, you can kind of see the cardboard surround. I don't know if you can kind of see it there. I'll try and open it a bit better if I can. Yeah, there we go. Right, so there we are. Okay. Alright. I'll see if I can pull it out a bit. There we go. Yes. It might all, hopefully it all collapse. There we go. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'll just try and hold it up to you so you can see. So yeah, so we've got like a nice cardboard tray biscuits here. And can we see how many there are? So it did say there was 16. Not sure if I can quite show you very easily. We'll give it a go. Okay, so one, I don't know if you can see my finger, but let's have a look. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, there's 16 in there, so yeah, so it's not too bad. I mean, it fits perfectly into the brick, so you know, you'd know if there was a, I don't think you could get any extra in actually, I think it'd be impossible, and you'd probably know quite easily if there was any less. Any fewer biscuits. So they all seem to have the same smiley face. Let's just take a couple out. No, I think one has a bit of a winky face there. A bit more mischievous. I'm assuming none of them have unhappy faces. I mean, that would be. But they seem to just be mainly smiley ones with a couple of winky ones every now and again. Yeah, but as I say, they're not going to be too. They're not going to sort of, yeah, as I say, have horrible crying faces in there. I think that would upset the kids. I think. They have a funny smell to them actually. I don't know what the smell is. It smells a bit. What does it smell like? I don't know. Cereal-y almost. It's a bit of a funny smell. I'm not sure. It's not bad or anything. It's probably maybe it's a bit bready actually. Maybe it's the way they've been sort of basted with something here. You can see they've been. Maybe it's the same thing. Sort of, is it rice flour or something like that? Not sure what it is. I don't know. Rice something or other. Rice paste. I think I was thinking of. Maybe it's that. There we go. So you can see, there we are, not too bad. There we go. So 2 winky ones there. Seem to have a bit of a nose as well, I think with the 5 dots around the edge. But they are bland on the other side. It just says, not too bad actually. I say bland, that's not too bad a pattern actually. I quite like that. Alright, so let's give it a bit of a measure then. So we've got the old, we've got the old calipers here, why not? So obviously it is not a square as such, it's got indentations on it. So we'll kind of measure at the widest point there, 5.96, about 6 centimeters. Then in between, about 5.6. And on the other side, it's probably hopefully about the same. Yeah, about 6. About 5.4 there. Yeah, but it's not uniform, so you know it's to be expected. But there we go. So not too bad. That's quite interesting. You can see that it's quite a big biscuit actually. I'm just going to pull myself back up to the main camera, I think. So you can see it's actually quite a big biscuit, and I think the filling's pretty good. You can see it goes not quite to the edge though, unlike on the box on the packet where it says it sort of implied it would. I think it's not a bad design. So winky face can be a bit of a difficult one. It's got eyebrows as well, actually, I've just noticed, which is quite interesting as well. I quite like that. Good attention to detail, a bit of crow's feet as well. Actually, not too bad that. Yeah, doesn't quite go to the edge. I don't know if I can, how I can. There you go. I've kind of lifted a bit off there. You can see on the corner. You can see how far away from the edge it is. This is one corner, of course. It might vary from biscuit to biscuit, but you know, you can see there as well. Not too bad. All right, well, let's give it a bit of a go. I've got a handy cup of coffee as well, so I might give it a dunk. Or most biscuits, I think there's only one biscuit I think I've had, which I can't quite recall which one it was now, which wasn't actually better when dunked in a warm cup of tea or coffee, but most biscuits generally are. So let's give this one a go. Let's see. A bit crumbly, so I'll move my plate a bit closer. Okay, all right, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Let's give it a go. Not bad, you know. It's got like I wouldn't say sort of like I wouldn't say it's a rich tea consistency, the biscuit, but it's very airy. It's not really sort of biscuity as such, but I think that kind of lends itself quite well to the chocolate centre because it means it doesn't clog up. Unlike, say, a Jammy Dodger, where it's very, very sort of a thick, you know, it's shortcake or shortcake biscuit, isn't it? But it's quite sort of thick biscuit. It detracts from the centre. This biscuit actually being quite light and it doesn't look airy, but it is quite airy to taste. Because it does look a bit airy actually. It works quite well because it means you just get to the chocolate quite quickly. So the biscuit provides a bit of a crunch, but you get to the chocolate pretty well actually. That's actually not too bad. And again, you still get quite a lot of biscuit to chocolate, but it's a ratio which I think works a bit better than other ones. And as I said, the biscuit lends itself quite well to that. Let's give a bit of a dunk then in a cup of coffee here. There we go. See? Wow. Biscuit melts very like a rich tea. It does melt. The biscuit just goes really soggy very quickly. So it's one of those where you couldn't keep it in the tea for that long or the coffee for that long. It's actually not bad. I think it worked quite well actually because it just, as I say, completely disintegrated the biscuit. So you just got straight to the chocolate, the sort of cocoa sense. I mean, what's it describe it as actually? I don't think we read the description, did we? Yes, there's chocolate flavour sandwich biscuits. It says so. Not too much description there. I expected a bit more elaboration than that. Chocolate flavour sandwich. I wouldn't say they're chocolate flavour sandwich biscuits. I would say they're biscuits, sandwich biscuits with a chocolate flavour cream in the middle. Because that's not a chocolate flavoured biscuit, is it? So, you know, a bit of a poor description there. It just goes to show that they don't always describe things very well, especially in biscuits' case. I think these are quite nice actually. I quite like them. I think they've got a good crunch. I think the biscuit's a bit cheap, but I think works well with the chocolate cream. So you can imagine like a bourbon, but with a bit of a sort of, I don't know. Obviously, it's not a cocoa biscuit, but it actually works quite well, I think, and it's not bad. I know it's going to blow your socks off. It's not an amazing biscuit as such, but it's got a nice crunch to it and a nice biscuity sort of, well, what's the word? It comes across as a biscuit that would otherwise not be that great on its own, but works well with the cocoa cream, I think. So for me, it's yeah, I think it's probably a 4 out of 5. That one, just about. It's definitely not a 4.5. It's more of a 3.5 than a 4. But I think it's as nice to dunk. It's nice on its own, as I say. It's got a nice crunch to it when not dunked. It doesn't have that crunch when it's dunked, but it tastes pretty good and it works well with the sort of the cocoa cream in the middle. Actually, and I was quite impressed with that. I think it's not too bad. It's not amazing, as I say. It's definitely only just a 4. It's definitely not pushing the boundaries of a 4.5. But it's just it's far better than something like a Jammy Dodger generally, where that's just, you know, in my opinion anyway, it's just too much biscuit to fill in, basically. Yeah, so, you know, there we go. All right, so just get these crumbs from this plate. So I'm doing a couple of biscuit reviews first, purely because I want to dunk them in my coffee while it's still warm. So I've got their counterpart now. I've got the vanilla counterpart to those ones. Yeah, so here we go. So B&N vanilla ones, vanilla flavour biscuits this time. You see this one? It's got a basketball, I think. No, football, not an old style football, actually, it's not basketball. And a skateboard as well, so there we go. So clearly healthy stuff. There we go, yeah, here's the other ones actually. So there is like a, yeah, you can see the different designs there as well. So that's, I think these are the two I did before. Yeah, so it must have been a bit rounder, I guess. Different shape, I'm not sure. More flavours to make you smile. Delicious like golden baked biscuits sandwiched together with a yummy vanilla flavour filling. Taste the smile. I contain only natural flavours. I'm assuming it was the same. Yeah, there you go, so it's the same thing there. Alright, there we go. Okay, not bad, not bad. I've got similar sort of shenanigans going on. I mean, the usual stuff, you know, vegetarian, super vegetarian. I think it's going to be quite similar to the other ones. Got palm oil in it again. Anything else of interest? 400 grams, 466 calories, 17.1 grams of fat, equal 4 which are saturates. Per 18.1 gram biscuit, 84 calories, 3.1 grams of fat, 1.5 of which are saturates. Typical biscuits per pack 16. So obviously scrunched up a bit now. The this one here. Let's see if we can kind of compare the two. So they've both got the same calories. The vanilla one's got slightly less fat. Yeah, 0.2 grams slightly less fat and 0.1 grams slightly less saturated fat, but same calories. Although over 100 grams, it's one more in the vanilla one. So interesting. Yeah. It's an interesting one, that one. Yes. Hi there, Mike. How's it going? Hope you're doing alright. B&N, never tried them. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. You get them using home bargains, places like that. But yeah, give them a look out. not too bad actually. I'll say these ones I got. I think I got them in Asda, but I'm sure I've seen them in Tesco as well and places like that. So yeah, definitely in Asda. All right, so let's give these ones a bit of an open as well, and we can kind of compare them, can't we? To see. Let's have a look. Okay. So here we go. So I'll do the old trick again. It's a bit of a smaller camera, this one. I'm not sure what to think of it, but it does allow you to see what's kind of going on at least. So what I'll do again is I'll count them again. I'm sure we're going to get 16, but you know, we'll see what they are. And again, you're presented with a bit more of a manic face this time. There you go, so it's because of the colour. There you go. It looks alright, I think it's what you'd expect. There you go. Well, so it looks a bit more manic than the other one. Just about. Right, there we go. It's strange that I got yeah, it's like a dark cardboard in this one, whereas it was a white cardboard in the last one. So interesting. Not sure it makes any odds, but there we go. All right, so let's come back down here. We'll count them again. We'll attempt to. Nice. Okay. So again, I'm quite sure we got 16. They do kind of fit quite well into it, so it's not too bad. So we'll see. Oh, hello there, Jen. Great to see you, Jen. How are you doing? I hope you had a lovely birthday yesterday, by the way. Oh, I hope you're doing okay today as well. Great to see you. Oh, and thanks for coming again. And hi there, Egg, as well. Great to see you, Egg. How's things going with you? And how's Valorant going along? I always ask you about that. And the answer is generally the same, but I'm sure you're doing well at it still. And I still keep meaning to play it, but I just, you know, there's so many games I want to play at the moment. I just can't get there. All right, so we'll attempt to count these, shall we? Which side do we start on? This side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I don't know if you kept up with that, but there is 16 there. Okay. So what are those? Yeah, so there we are. Yes. Need to game what I do or you do, because don't you record them anyway? Yeah, I seem to remember you saying so. Yeah, one of those. I seem to remember you saying you did, but yeah, well, I'm kind of dabbling in it basically. So it's a short answer to that. But again, it's just trying to keep on top of it all. But I am dabbling in that actually, so just trying to see how it goes and get to grips with it. But it's one of them. Yes, one of those. Yeah, I think I mentioned it a long time ago, Michael. I think, for what I remember. Yeah, just if it is, it's just difficult to keep the content sort of consistent, and of course you need people to play the games and stuff like that. But maybe one day I'll do it at some point again, but who knows? Yes, exciting. Yeah, well, this is it. I was thinking I might one day publish it or whatever. Yeah, and just sort of come, sort of mix them both up. But I kind of I don't know. It's one of those. But I would like to keep it going actually. Yeah, but it's just trying to. It's very difficult trying to. There's so much to do for this channel. It's just really hard, and it's just hard to balance it both out. Just so much to do. But gaming's a bit easier to an extent because you kind of just play it. I'll probably do them pre-recorded, and I try to do some live ones as well. But you need to. It's just this. Everyone's doing live streaming these days, aren't they? So it's very difficult, really. But yeah, have you ever dabbled in live streaming, no Egg? I know you record them, but yeah, should do if happens. I think if you're doing this anyway. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a see. Maybe we could do some collaborations of things. 6 centimeters across there. Well, I think I prefer to do more peaceful stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure. But we'll see. 5.5 in the middle. 5.4, 5.5, and again on the other side. Probably going to be about 6 again. I think. Yeah, about 6. There we go. All right. Yeah. I don't think we did the height last time, did we? Actually, that's one we didn't do. Yeah, about 1.25. There we go. It's a quite nice looking one, this one, but we'll see. I mean, obviously we'll compare it to the chocolate one. I'm going to just snap the edge off again, so you can see kind of where it goes up. So you can see it doesn't quite go edge to edge. It did sort of imply it did on the pack. You can see it going very much to the edge there. But we can see in reality, no, it doesn't. The little face popping up there. That really does look a manic face, doesn't it? Yeah, anyway. But I like the way it's got eyebrows on it. I do like the way they put the eyebrows on, which is quite good. Alright, there we go. Okay. Done the odd Twitch stream. How's it gone, by the way? Have you got a few followers? What's it like? Is it quite difficult? Let's see. Yeah. No, I don't think I have. Don't think I have, Michael. No, I don't think I have. I think I've seen them. I don't think I've tried them. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, another one to the list, I guess. Looks so cute. You know, I've seen them. Are they called BNN or BNs? Yes, they are basically. I think the advert was the song sort of going BN BN do 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 do. I think. Yeah, and you can get them in Home Bargains. I think they were French, owned by a. Well, I think originally they were a French import in Home Bargains, but now it says they're made by McVitie's. You can quite see on the top there, and just in the middle. So yes, yeah, I think I've seen them in Asda basically. I think I've seen them in Tesco as well, but definitely in Asda. Now, hi there, Rick. How's it going for you today? Hope you're doing all right. I've got one that you sent me to review today as well. So yes, going to do that in a bit as well. Yeah. So good to see you, Rick. Hope you're doing all right. Yes. Bit late search for socks. I do. Oh, thank you. I'd definitely be on top of the merchandising. Yeah, sock that said Roberto on it, or even Chocolo. Maybe Chocolo one and Roberto on the other. There you go. That'd be my merch, won't it? When I get that far. Yeah. Getting views is hard parts. It's just random people dropping in for a few minutes. Yeah, exactly. When I tried it, Egg, that's how I found it. Really, you just get the odd person dropping in saying hello, unless there's some friends pop up. It's just really difficult. And there's so many things. I think basically they're saying a good idea is to kind of pick games that have massive amounts of followers but not many streamers, and Stardew Valley is one such game, but it still swings and roundabouts, and it's still the same difference, really. Yes. So it's one of those. Just eating cinnamon toast crunch. Ah, see, what's that like? That sounds pretty nice. Oh dear. Yeah, possibly, Michael. Possibly, yes. Yeah, possibly. Maybe it's one to do like a sort of breakfast bar type thing. You never know. Oh, here we go. All right, person, do you love cream eggs? Honestly. I thought it was only a matter of time. All right, let's give this a go then. This nice, cute little face. And let's say on the back it's quite nice as well. We've got the B. I think that writing's pretty good on the back, actually. As branding goes, I think that's pretty good. All right, let's give it a go. So again, you got that sort of. I'm sure it's like a rice paste covered biscuit. Not too bad, but the vanilla, it's a bit like custard cream, but it's not quite as nice. Actually, I wouldn't have said it's interesting. Let's give it another bite. The chocolate ones definitely seem a bit nicer. And these ones, the vanilla cream is a bit too vanilla-y, I think. You know, yeah, basically, you know, a bit too sort of plain is the gist of it. I feel like the biscuit taste overpowers it a bit, actually. Let's give it a bit of dunking a coffee. See? So one of those. Not too bad. I think it's definitely a bit sort of, I don't know, blander than the other one, but it's okay. It's just the cream in the middle is just a bit too bland, really. You get the predominant taste of the biscuit almost to the point where the middle might as well not be there, actually. So the cocoa one's definitely a bit nicer. This one's just a very bland biscuit, this one. Yeah, so it's one of those, I think. It's kind of like I don't know, it's a nice biscuit, but it's just the centre is just not strong enough. So I was going on before about the fact that these ones are so much nicer than the Jammy Dodgers. It's not the kind of it kind of was for the chocolate one, but this one, as I say, the centre is just so bland, and I don't know. There's a bit of a taste to the biscuit, and it's relatively strong, but it's kind of not overly strong. It's that sort of rice pasty covering or whatever it is. It tastes like that anyway. I don't know if it actually is that, but I might even say on the side actually. I never had it. General Mills. No, we don't tend to. Yeah, General Mills. We get them imported here, so we don't really have them as a brand in the UK, basically. But a cereal, you say? Yeah, no, never had it before. No, I thought it was like I thought it was literally some cinnamon toast, as in sort of toasted bread. Yeah. He makes us slightly too sickly for egg. I found them a bit too sickly at one point, but you wouldn't turn one down. I think that's the gist of it for me as well. Yeah, that's the gist of it. I do quite like cream eggs, but they are quite sickly. Biscuit dunked in biscuit. I know, that's the future. That's the future, Egg. That's the future. maybe it's a bit of serendipity there. Yeah, I don't know. Me talking rubbish. Yeah, I know, Rick. I think the same as well. I was entertaining it for a time, but yeah, thanks for monitoring that. Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you. Yes. No, an egg, yes. Sorry, I'm publishing a conversation I'm not in there, but yeah. But yeah, Egg's very much into his games, yeah, so really interesting actually. Oh, hi there, Joe. How's it going for you? Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, lovely Saturday here. Thank you very much. How's it going for you? Hope everything's going okay and you're having a good time in Brazil. Yeah, so I think long story short for this one, very very interesting this one, but it's perhaps in a bad way. The problem with it is the cream just isn't strong enough, unfortunately. So I think the other one, while the other one was just about 4 out of 5, I think this one, I don't know. I think a rich tea biscuit, I would say, is around a 2.5 out of 5, I think, and a digestive as well. And I think this one, unfortunately, because the cream is just so bland and so, it's there, but it's not strong enough at all. I don't know if I can, because it's not that interesting a cream either, when you do taste it. I think it's just, I don't think I can quite give it a 3. I think it's a 2.5 out of 5, this one. A bit of a shame. I do like the colour to it, though. You can see here, but yeah, the chocolate one's definitely the winner for me. I think it looks a bit too manic as well, the white one for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the particular pattern in this case and the mould's a bit different, but it does look a bit too manic. Yeah, so there we go. All right, there we are. Right, just cleaning the plate. Okay, there we go. Yes. I see. Big fans of PUBG, are you both? Yeah, I see. Oh, it's another one I'd like to get into. Oh dear. Right, okay. Mobile gaming as well. You play on the mobile, do you, Rick? We could organise some kind of. I'd say, at some point I'd like to get into doing some kind of games nights. But I was saying to Egg before, I might do a separate channel for games in the end. But it's a difficult one. You don't want to sort of cross the stream, so to speak. In more literal actually. So it's one of those where I don't know what the best bet to it is really, because we do have some kind of good games nights here as well. So maybe one point, I don't know, when I can perhaps try and get them going again, but we'll see. Open my mind, yes. Well, I'll say, Rick, I don't know did you ever play the games nights when we did them here? I don't know if you were. I think you were around, but I don't know if you ever played them. I think maybe it's too late for you. But I did do them on a Friday night in the UK, but only basic games. Even if it's just a monthly video on your gaming channel we watch. Yes, I say. Well. Maybe I'll try and get back into it properly. I'm going to try. To be honest with you, I'll probably do more than that, to be honest with you. I can, yeah, it's one of those. I just need to keep consistent at it, but I am getting back into it basically. So when I get on track with it, I'll probably will mention it on this channel. I just didn't want to get there and then not really follow through with it, you know what I mean? So yeah, well thanks, Egg, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much, and possibly Rick might be interested as well. But yeah, it was a bit late for you. It was like 7 at night. So that would have been about 3 in the morning, I think, for you, or something like that. Yeah, at least, yeah, about 3 or 4 in the morning, I think. So it's fair enough, that, Rick. Oh dear. Yeah, I think it's 1 in the morning now where you are, isn't it? Right, so yeah, so we're going to do the one you sent me now, Rick. There we go. Yes, the Giardelli. Yes. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. The milk chocolate squares caramel. Yeah, so you sent me a couple of these. You can buy them in a big pack. Just got a couple because Rick sent me a couple through the post. I do have like an address you can send stuff to, by the way. It is in the Discord channel. So it's one of them. Yeah, I did have a big. I remember doing the the dark chocolate and cherry filling Giardelli ones, and it was so nice indeed. Getting cold where you are, is it, Jow? Weather for Jow, yes, we're in Brusque. Conditions mostly cloudy, with a temperature of 66 Fahrenheit, 19 degrees Celsius. Wind is blowing from the northeast at 3 miles an hour. Humidity 68%. Yeah, so not too bad. That's probably a reasonable, not a hot summer day, but a reasonable summer day here in the UK. Yeah, getting cold there. Yeah, same. Honestly. Right, yes, a good timing, Rick. Yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for these. Yes, I'm quite looking forward to tasting these ones. 19, is it cold? I know exactly, that's the same here, I know. But where Jow is, yes. Honestly. For half the degrees. Oh dear, honestly. Yes, I have been looking out for those tropical tots as well. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's one of those. I've been looking out for those as well. Okay, milk chocolate caramel. All right, so let's give these a bit of an opening. So there are 2 of them here sealed together. I think Rick might have taped them together. Yeah, let's have a look. Let me just put the other camera on. Okay, there we go. Right, there we are. So, as I say, got a bit of yeah, I might try and see. I've got a knife somewhere. Where's it gone? Here it is. All right. So, there are 2 here. You can get a bag full of them. I think in an assorted pack, you can also get I think different. Yeah, an assorted pack or just one full of these as well. If I can get the tape off. You can see the tape. Is the tape there? I'm sure there is. I don't know if he's done it actually. So look. Oh, there we go. All right, it was easier than I thought. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, you live in the south, the coldest region. Yeah, crikey. It must be very hot, I think, in Brazil. It's fair to say. Fair to say, indeed. All right, so there we go. The rest in the pack were in my bed a long time ago. I know, I've kept them for quite some time, haven't I now, Rick? Yeah, I got around to them eventually. I said I would. Finally did. So off we got here. I know you did. I would eat them quite quickly normally as well, I think. What we got? So there we go. Yes, not for label resale. So 70 calories, 1 square, 15 grams. It mentions trans fats as well. Total fat 4 grams. I think saturated fat 2.5. There we go. Doesn't say anything interesting on the other bit. Done a good job of full of sellotape these three. I don't know how you manage. I can't even get through to it. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we are. I'd still got the tape on. That's why. All right, there we go. And let's see anything else of interest there. Any palm oil? That's anything of interest. Oh, there's palm oil there. You can see just palm at the end there. Focuses in. It goes through to oil on the other side. All right, let's give this a bit of an open then. So, yeah, quite excited for this one, Rick. I have to say, very excited for this one. I do love the Ghirardelli chocolates, has to be said. See if I can just get into it. One of them has a bit of sellotape on, I think, and I stupidly didn't take it off. There we go. All right, all right, so a lot of caramel. You can see it's come through there quite a lot. Wowzer. Goodness me. Don't know what's happened this one. A bit of a caramel leakage there with this one, I think. Goodness. Well, I'm not sure I can handle that one too well, Rick. I don't know what's happened there. The caramel's really come out there, but we'll try and give it a go. I think you can probably get the gist of it. Let's see. I'll try and show it as best I can. But you can see there's been a bit of a caramel explosion, I think. But you can see the Ghirardelli tab there. So I'm not going to handle this too much, so there won't be a bit caramel on me all over the place. There we go. I don't know how that's happened, actually. Very strange, but there we go. It has happened. So there we are. It's a nibble. Yes, it's a little one. Yes, that's right. I'm going to have to be careful with this one, Joe, as you say. I have to be nibbling it just a bit. But nothing wrong with that, of course. We've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. What's your last review? Seen a cherry-filled one. You mentioned it was a little dry. Look that way. Yes. Yes. Oh, this cherry-filled one from the Ghirardelli one. Yeah, it's the cherry chocolates that I've reviewed. Yeah, they were nice, actually, but they were a little dry, but they were nice. They were good, actually. They were good. I did enjoy them, actually, but yeah, they were a bit that way. All right, so we're going to have to do a bit of a nibblage, like Joe mentioned here. A bit difficult one, so yeah, we'll see how we get on. Oh yes, the cherry blossom as well. Let's have a see. Whoop. Now do you appreciate the cherry blossom even more? Nothing like I know I did mention the cherry blossom actually last week. Yeah, I know. That was very different, wasn't it? That was massively liquid. I did enjoy it. It was something a bit different actually. That cherry blossom has to be said. Certainly big enough. Okay, all right. Let's give this one a nibble. Wow. So there's lots of caramel here. I don't know where it's come from. As I say, it just seems to have exploded from the inside. But a nice chocolate actually. Quite a nice chocolate. Yeah, quite creamy, but in a nice way. Not too creamy. And a very also, I think a lot of the caramel's ejected from it. It's actually quite nice. It's a nice buttery caramel. That's why it reminds me a bit of a Cadbury caramel, really, if anything. Yeah, it's actually very nice, and I think the chocolate's actually pretty good. Yeah, see if I can just get the rest of it out. There we go. It actually reminds me a lot of sort of like a bit like the Golden Barrel from Cadbury's Roses. It's a very nice one, this one actually, which is something I really like. Yeah, it does remind me a lot of that. It's very nice. It's actually very nice. It's been a while in storage. Just eat the whole thing in one bite. I would normally eat the whole thing in one bite. Yeah, it's just I can't quite because I'm doing this live. I've got to be wary of getting sticky fingers all over the place, you know, because I can't just go off and wash my hands generally. Although I do have a cloth to the side just in case. But yes, I would normally do that as well. But I just can't quite get to it because of all the caramel that's all over the place. Unfortunately, I don't know how that happened, but there we go. But lovely, yeah, lovely actually. This one very much reminds me of the Golden Barrel. I think from Cadbury's Roses, really nice actually. Very nice this one, Rick. Yeah, you were right to recommend this one, and it is very good indeed. I think for me this one, very lovely actually. Oh yeah, it's just got, as I say, lovely, quite a thin chocolate tab as well, which I quite like, which I think does bring out more of the caramel. But of course, in things like the Golden Barrel in Roses, a lot bigger sweet, of course. But very nice this one. Yeah, very nice. What can we say? Well, the Golden Barrel in Cadbury's Roses definitely is about 4.5 out of 5, and I think this one's definitely up there with it for sure. I think it just works really well. It's a nice, as a lovely chocolate. It's quite creamy, but it works well with it. It's not too creamy like some chocolates I've experienced are. I think this one's really good actually. I do like it a lot. Is it a 5 out of 5? It's very close. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's just a lovely blend of nice chocolate and nice caramel filling as well, and I really do like it. I'd say this one's gone a bit awry for whatever reason, but normally it wouldn't quite be like that, I'm quite sure. But it's very nice. Yeah, very nice indeed. Yeah, lovely that one. Lovely. Yeah. Try the second one, you say. Maybe I should see. I'll give the second one an open, see if it's a bit more regular. Let's have a look. Let's have a see. I can. The problem is the second one's got it's sealed quite well with sellotape. The second one, I can't get into it for some reason. There we go. Okay, I'll open the second one and see if it's any different. You would imagine if, well, yeah, I'd imagine it'd be the same. But then if it's not, obviously something. Let's have a look. Okay, the second one's actually it's not. Second one's actually come quite intact actually. So there we go. Well done, Rick. Good advice there. So you can see the second one. Nice design there as well. I like that design. What is it? Is it a seagull? I think is it a seagull or an eagle? I can't think. It's from San Francisco. I don't know what the emblem of San Francisco is. I mean, I did read about it a few years back, but I can't quite recall now. Yes. Enjoy them at once since they're small. There we go. Yeah. I tell you, I can measure it now as well, can't I? So there we go. I've got to do the measuring. Got to do the measuring, haven't I? Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, there we go. 4.44. Look at that. On one side. 4.46 on the other. And the height. The tab at the edge. About 7.7. Quite symmetrical there. 4.4 and 7.7. Not too bad that in the height. It sounds like they've done that on purpose, doesn't it? Yeah, so interesting. All right, yeah. Now we can give it a bit of a snap as well, can't we, to see? Maybe I'll do it on the bottom one again. Actually, let's have a look. It's a bit soft and delicate. We can see there. Look at that. There we go. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, it's obviously a lot more full of caramel this time, but comes across very nice actually. It's probably slightly a bit more like maybe Cadbury Caramel than Golden Barrel, but even so, same difference really, I think. Yeah, they are very nice, these. So just a good size as well, really. Surprising that there aren't more chocolates like this in the UK with that sort of thinness, like an after eight thinness. Yeah, the golden, but it's the Golden Barrel it's called. Sorry, I might be around bites of chocolate. Basically, in Cadbury's Roses, there's a Golden Barrel chocolate. And it's quite similar to this, really. I think this one may be a bit similar also to the Cadbury Caramel. It's sort of like very in-betweeny sort of one of those. Both very nice, though. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, it's very nice. I think this one's definitely a 4.5. It's, I think probably not quite a 5, though. I think it's still very nice, though. I do like it. I think it just doesn't quite have that sort of blow your socks off factor. So there you go. It's one of those. But yeah, the thinness lets you enjoy the sense of more. I think it works pretty well, that, and you get a good semblance of chocolate as well. You do. And it does look great. Yeah, it was a very nice one, Joe. It was very nice, actually. And yeah, Rick sent me those, so very nice of Rick to do that. So thank you so much, Rick. And yeah, lovely those ones, actually. Yeah, I'd say a 4.5 out of 5 for those, for sure. Just very interesting. Nice that the one was a bit less exploded with caramel. I don't know what happened to the first one. That's unusual, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. But I still got the gist of it, really, because there was so much caramel in there. It's nice. Yeah, interesting one. So thanks, Rick, for that. Yeah, very tasty, those ones. I do want to have more Ghirardelli stuff. They're just difficult to get in the UK and they're quite expensive. Or they were. I've not looked recently, but yeah, I do need to check those out. I think more further to see if I can get more of them. Now we have another one. I think Andrew Winton mentioned these ones a few weeks back when I reviewed the Neapolitan ones. I think Neapolitan cakes that Asda do. And I saw these yesterday. I have to review these. Strawberry milkshake flavour Bakewells. Yes. Now these are an Asda product, but they definitely look very nice. With layers of sweet strawberry jam, vanilla and strawberry flavoured sponge, topped with fondant icing and strawberry flavoured sprinkles. Yes. So they do look to be a basic rebrand again. Well, not a rebrand, but they look very similar to the very similar actually to the Mr. Kipling. Yeah, sort of various tarts that they did over Christmas and things and rebranded them. They look very similar. Actually, almost like they must be made by the same people because they probably are. Yes. Well, looks great. Yes, your type for sure. Yeah, they do look very nice, these ones, actually. They are an own brand stuff, but they will be made by, I think, the people who make Mr. Kipling biscuit cakes. Because they're very similar. You know, they're almost the same. They do copy them, but I don't know. They seem to be too similar to me. They really do. Yes, and yeah, Joe. I'll let Rick explain it to you, Joe. But the answer is essentially yes. Yeah, basically, yes. Oh dear. So there you go. Layers of sweet strawberry jam, vanilla and strawberry flavoured sponge, topped with fondant icing and a strawberry flavoured sprinkles. There we go. Let's have a look. So as I say, so the own brand stuff is essentially sort of generally you'd think made by a known company like Mr. Kipling. I think it's Burton's make Mr. Kipling. I can't remember who it is now. And then they basically rebrand, sort of like, you know, make stuff for other companies. Because I can't imagine Asda would have their own company making cakes, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So one of those. Yeah, baked items. Oh, yes. Do you ever make anything like this, Joe? A Bakewell tart, by the way, in the UK. Well, I assume it's probably a global thing, but probably most famous in the UK. It's basically like it's like a tart that looks like this essentially, but it would have, it used to have a sort of glacé cherry on the top and some like an almond paste filling in the middle, and I think yeah, sort of like a sort of marzipan topper as well. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Yes. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thank you very much. Oh yes, thank you very much, Joe. Thank you. Well, remember there, Joe. Thank you. And we've got the calories as well. Let's see. So per 100 grams, 421 calories, 17 grams of fat, 6.3 of which are saturated. So quite low on the calorie scale, per 100 grams compared to other general things. But I'd say I don't have a tart for tart comparison to make. Per bake, 184 calories, 7.2 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. So there we go. So yeah, not too bad these ones. Let's move them down, give them a bit of an open again, because I can see them there. Very nice. Okay. Right, so let's give these an open. Right, okay. I'll just take one out, but of course there are 6 in here. You'd hope there's 6. Yes, there are. I can see there's 6 in there, so I haven't been shortchanged. They do look pretty so far, a bit like they do on the box. See there? I'll have to chop them open a bit and see. So strawberry flavoured milkshakes. I think, you know, what was the actual description of them again? Let's have a look. I'm out here. This one's not quite covered with sprinkles on the top. But what did it say they were? Layers of sweet strawberry jam, vanilla and strawberry flavour sponge, topped with fondant icing and strawberry flavour sprinkles. Okay, so very much just strawberry all over the place, really. Milkshake, not sure if it's a massively milkshake flavouring, but there we go. All right, interesting. So let's take it out the little case. As you imagine, nicely baked, as you'd expect. No soggy bottom there. All right, so let's give a bit of a measure then, shall we? Okay, so we've got 2.3 in height, and let's see, 4.3, 4.4, and width at the bottom, width at the top, 5.9. And the height, did I say the height? Not sure. Might have done. 2.2, 2.3. Not too bad. So I'll give it a bit of a chop down the middle. So it does look very similar to the Mr. Kipling ones. As I say, they're sort of, similar-ish anyway, but it does seem to have a bit of a lacking a bit of quality on the edge on this particular one, but the others look generally okay. So it's one of those. Ooh. Sneeze. That's me. That's me. Ah. Yes, could we call it a cupcake? Yes, rather than a tart. Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, I guess in the UK, I don't know, what do they call these in the US? I'm not sure. Probably not. I don't know. But they're basically called tarts anyway. Yeah, it's not the. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know what else. A cupcake generally. I mean, it seems to be sort of. I mean, as you know, Joe. Anyway, because I know you're into your baking things. But it's that kind of cakey substance, isn't it? Whereas this one's got like a pastry base around the edge. So it's one of those. But yeah, so I think that's the difference. Yeah. So. Yes, but I don't know if they call them that in the US or not. They might call them something else. It doesn't sound like a word they'd use in the US. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they call them. Maybe a pie in the US. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's give it a bit of a cut. Pie in the UK is basically. I mean, I don't know. We do get some Americanisms coming over, but it's generally like a warmed pastry. Item like with generally savoury, but like meat potato pie and stuff like that. But I think in the US they call many things pies, so not too sure. Right, so there we go. So it looks quite trifle-like, I think, doesn't it? Really nice layers, though. I think you'd say. I think that's pretty good amount of layers. There's no air pockets. We've had some products in the past where there's been massive air pockets when we've chopped them in half. Things like this. This one's got none, and I think you would say that it does look. Quite. Let's see if I can I get them both on the screen at once. Reasonably similar to that picture on the front. I'd say a bit less jam in that one, but I think that's just that half. Let's have a look at the other half. Definitely seems to dip down a bit with that sponge. You get a bit less jam in it. So there is that. But generally, it's not too bad. That's not too bad. We'll see. We'll try jabbing it a bit with the knife and seeing if that sponge is just at the front. Yeah, it seems to go quite far, that jam layer. You can see if I lift the top up a bit, that sponge layer rather, that sponge circle, but it is there a bit, Hi there, Alan. Oh, no worries, Alan, no worries. How's things for you today, Alan? Hope you're doing alright, yeah. Oh, so you still running your business, by the way, Alan? Is it going okay? Hopefully everything's all right. You haven't mentioned it for some time. Hopefully it's going okay. I love the murmuration as well that you posted. Yeah, I'm not sorry I missed the message you sent me. That was really good bit of wildlife there, Alan. Very good. Yeah, Alan's on Instagram, by the way. Chocky topping, isn't it, Alan? I think yes. So very very good good footage you got there. You want to turn to the top edge of the tarts to get more filling. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you're right there. You are right. You are right there, Rick. I know what you mean there. That's the point. You do get quite a lot of pastry. Of course, I've got to kind of review the whole thing as a whole, really. But yes, I do agree that's a good way of doing it. All right, let's give it a go then. Let's see. I say some of them. I have had ones in the past. I think I did in Look Back that's going to come out on Monday. It was like a load of tarts I did review that were sort of various it's by fact actually, Rick, what do they call tarts in Canada? Is it the same or is it something else? You have to let me know. Yeah, I did, but it was far too much pastry, but sometimes they can work quite well. The ones I reviewed, I'd say, in about 5 years ago. But anyway, let's give this a taste. Let's see. Maybe it does. I think the pastry perhaps doesn't really add to it much, but a good solid strawberry taste there, as you'd probably imagine. Very strawberry-like. I think maybe the sort of fondant icing on the top detracts slightly from it. Top with fondant icing. I think that part just perhaps doesn't work too well. It just takes away from the strawberryness of it. You just, that sort of topper. Let's have another go. That's the one problem with it, I think. It's definitely a strawberry undercurrent as such, or maybe quite prominent really, but the pastry and the fondant topper, because not strawberry flavoured, they just sort of nullify that strawberryness of it really, and stops it tasting as strawberry-like as it should do. Of course, the fondant topper's there because a lot of these sort of type cakes, tarts have that fondant topper. It's just the way they are, but they could have flavoured that strawberry. So really, I don't know why they've not done that, just to go the whole hog really. So I think for me, this one, it is nice, but they've just, it's just unfortunate that there's a few other flavours there that have kind of just detracted from the strawberryness of it really, which is a shame. But it's otherwise pretty nice all the same, but just not quite as good as it should have been, I don't think. British Shore tarts as well. It's different than an apple pie or custard or cupcake for sure. Yeah, this is it. Yes, I guess apple pie as well. Yeah, that's a sweet one, isn't it? I've seen pies before, a bit more savoury, but yeah, we do say apple pie as well. So but it is usually baked, isn't it? That one, but or warm. But yeah, there is a difference, isn't there? I think it's to do with the top, whether it's covered or not. I think could be making that up, so I'm speculating a bit, but I'm sure I heard that where I think if it's covered, it's a pie, and if it's not covered, it's a tart. I think. It's a difference anyway. Whether that's the definition or not, I'm not sure, but there we go. I'm sure if Andrew's about, he'd be looking it up right now. Yes. Yeah, hopefully he's about there in the background. Somebody can come and tell us. But yeah, I don't know. I think I quite like this one, but I feel like it's just that unfortunately the pastry and the topper detracts from it. I think it's one of those. Yeah, this is it. Pizza pie. Yes. That's what I was kind of saying to Jow before. I think the word pie is used in America sometimes for various things that wouldn't otherwise be called pie in the UK. But yeah, I've heard that as well, in New York and stuff. Yes, one of those. Yeah, I've heard that as well, actually, Rick, I have, yeah. Oh, welcome back, Joe. Welcome back. Hope you're doing okay. We're just discussing tarts and pies and the difference. I think tarts are covered and not covered at the top with pastry, whereas pies are essentially. But in the US, they call things pies that aren't technically pies, I don't think. So, like pizzas. Yeah. Yes, have you ever thought at the end of a normal review to buy or not to buy again? Your taste is subjective. Yeah, this is it. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. I don't. Well, this is the thing. Is Rick, of course, it's by default that, isn't it? So I could technically say that as well, anyway. Yeah, so it's one of them. Yeah, I guess I give the opinions and stuff like that. But yes, when it comes to these, there's so many differences. Yeah, no, this is it. This is it, especially. Yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? We all have a different terminologies and things. I guess it's just the way it goes, isn't it? But yeah, I guess it's confusing for non-native English speakers, Joe. I guess you might find it difficult to hear these different terms and them be completely different. Well, yes, as you say, it's fascinating to learn both sides. Yeah, yeah, it's coming a lot at the moment with electric cars, because a lot of the front, like in the UK, we call the front of the car the bonnet, and the back of the car the boot. But in the US, they call I think they call the back, the trunk, and the front, I can't remember what they call it now, the hood, I think. Yeah, so basically, some cars have like a front boot now, or a front trunk. So in the US, it's like a frunk, or it's a fruit, is the term they call it, because it's boot with a front of an F instead of a B and stuff like that. So that could be quite, that's coming to the forefront a bit now. You nearly picked up the tarts like these today. Neapolitan trifle ones, yes. The Neapolitan ones, I reviewed them a few weeks back in Mystery Review, Alan, yeah. But there were no prices so I left them out, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes I must admit, I just get them in because I think I can review them on the channel. So, but I did do the Neapolitan ones. I don't think I did the trifle ones, though, I don't think. Neapolitan ones weren't too bad. Yeah, I'll look out for the trifle ones. Was that in Asda? Was it somewhere else? Can you buy pizza slices and just leave them in the shop and eat while walking along the streets in the UK? leave the shop. Yes and no is the answer to that. It depends. It's not quite as popular as, it's not quite. It depends is the gist of it. Some places you can, but it's not that common, basically. It's quite uncommon, really. Yeah, bonnet is hood, boot is trunk. Yes, exactly. This is it. Yeah. It's strange, isn't it? Strange. So we call the horn a klaxon. Yeah, basically, yes. It tends to be like a not quite from the car, but you can still refer to it as that. Yeah, basically, it's another term for it. It's more common for other things, like just on the side of a building, like or maybe at the start of a race, maybe like those big sort of air horn type things. Yes. Yeah, new bonnet, didn't know the boot though. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? I know there's all sorts. Windscreen, windshield is the other one. Gear stick and just stick, I think. Or manual gears and stick shift. Big thing in US Canada cities. I know, yeah, that sounds quite good, that really. I think you can in sort of, but not, it's, you know, it would be a bit more, it would feel like it was an American thing in the UK, I think, or Canadian, I guess, but yeah. No, generally not, no, just call it the horn. A klaxon, as I say, is more like something, like those big air horns you get, something like that kind of thing. It's something a bit different. You can still refer to a horn as a klaxon, but it's very uncommon. It's more like something else, like, as I say, one you'd hold in your hand. Something like that. Yeah, there you go. That's it basically, Jow. Yeah, that's it. But some people, you could still sort of refer to it, but I don't know. Yeah, sounds French. It might be a bit. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sure where it comes from. It doesn't sound an English word, but it could be. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. So to wrap up these ones, then I think, as I say, unfortunately, too much flavour interfering with the strawberry flavour is the gist of it. But they're still nice. But I think, you know, it's one of those with these kind of things. They can fluctuate quite sort of quickly from one thing to another. Feel free to keep chatting, by the way, guys. I'll catch up. I'll just finish this off before I forget my train of thought on it. But yeah, so I think for me, these ones, as I say, with cakes and things like this, if they don't work quite well, it can really reduce the rating. So if they work fine, it'd be like a 4, 4.5. But when you can't taste the strawberry part and you just get a bit of pastry and fondant, which doesn't taste of anything, can really lower it. And I think for me, for that reason, they are lowered quite a bit to about a 3 out of 5, really. It's a bit of a shame, that one. But as I say, just because you're not getting that much of a strawberry flavour, it just really brings it down, really, because you're just tasting pastry and sort of fondant, really, for the most part. It's still quite nice, but yeah, one of those. Yeah, it's amazing how many the differences are between as I say, all these different terminologies. You know, it's unusual. Yeah. Some people say handbrake, some people say emergency brake. Yeah, I don't know. It's about yes. I think it's generally called handbrake in the UK, but you potentially could call it that. But I think generally it's handbrake in the UK. I think emergency brakes tend to be things on like escalators and stuff like that in the UK, and lifts or elevators, which is another difference. Yeah. I'd like to recommend a podcast called The History of English. It's just unique and so informative if you're into history. Okay, I'm interested in that one. I do sometimes watch YouTube videos of similar things, so I might have to look out for that. I'll try and remember that, Joe. Oh, and you love it as well. Obviously, very good. Yeah, I'll try and yes. Who does it? Do you know who the people are presented? Is it a UK one? Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look out for that. Yes, consuming fish and chips on the go. Yes. Yeah, generally there are shops that sell stuff. I mean, pizzas tend to not be sold by the slice in the UK generally. You'd go into a pizza place and you would buy them as a whole pizza, really. But there are probably places that do sell them as a slice, and you can do that. But it just doesn't seem to be quite as common. Quite uncommon, really, I think. But yes, you can. Yeah. But tend to be more places that sell, like, you know, burgers and kebabs as well. Not generally traditional fish and chips anymore. But they are there, and you can wander out and eat them, yeah. So it's not quite as common as it used to be, unfortunately, which is a shame. Right, another one we have. Yes, had this one in the backlog for some time. Finally going to get through to it. It's the Ferrero Duplo. Looks very kindery, doesn't it? I think Ferrero do own Kinder, so you can see it's very similar. 5 of them as well. Very interesting. Yeah. As it say, got a few languages in. I think I got these from B&M, so there's a few other languages on them. So we can find the English. There we go. Milk chocolate crunchy bar with hazelnut filling. Okay, milk chocolate 49.5%. Hazelnuts 5.5%. Make it in almonds, UK it says. Oh no, that's the address after it. Okay. It's a barbecue sauce then, but it's bicarbonate. Any palm oil? Yes, palm oil in. Palm fat and shea fat. We've got per 100 grams, 551 calories, so you can see most chocolate products are well higher. You know, this is on the upper end of the 500 to 550 scale that chocolate products have. 551, so it's above it. 33 grams of fats, 18.9 of which are saturates. And then, see, per portion, 18.2 grams. 100 calories exactly. 6 grams of fat, 3.4 of which are saturates. Or 100 grams exactly on that anyway. There should be 5 of them in there. It says the Ferrero weight. It's got the big green dot, which says that Ferrero support recycling, but you can't recycle this product. Alright, so that's quite interesting, isn't it? It's a little, quite nice little pack here. I quite like this. Nice size. Interesting. Host is from the US. Ah, see, well, you know, I mean, same. Yeah, I'm sure it'll still be fine. I see some Ritz eating fish and chips wrapped in newspaper. Yes, that's kind of a traditional thing. It's not as common that anymore. It's more like something they did in the past, really. But you can still get it done in some places that, you know, try to make it like that experience. But it's quite unusual. Yeah. Oh no, hazelnuts. Yeah, well, these ones, the Kinder sort of ones, tend to be, I mean, it says it's not labelled as Kinder, but it's basically a sort of Kinder product, really. Tends to be quite not too bad. I can cope. All right, let's move the old. See, lift up the other camera so you can see. It's got. I love this little. I don't even know if I need this actually. Let's just try to do it from here. It's got. I say a lovely little opening here, where you can open it. See if can I open it? See little dotted lines there. But I might just. I don't know. It's quite solid though, unfortunately, because there we go. Okay, there we are. Look at that. Nice. Peas in a pod. You see clearly there's 5 of them. I don't think I'm being shortchanged. So see if we can get one out. And there we go. There we are. Yes. The Duplo, I'm assuming it sounds like the Lego stuff. They have the kids Lego brand is called Duplo, isn't it? But clearly, it's, well, I assume it's most likely because it's got 2 layers. And yeah, and what was it described as again? Milk chocolate crunchy bar with hazelnut filling. Okay, yeah, so that's quite nice. Does sound quite nice. Hazelnut is great. Yes. Oh, Joe's a big fan. I think Rick doesn't mind hazelnut. I think it's just because he knows I'm a bit not a fan of it sometimes. But I think this one will be okay. It's a good size. Look quite good. And blood flourish ratio. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Oh, you're certainly right there, Alan. Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, it's really concise, actually, isn't it? I really like it. I think it's a really nice, no nonsense box. Literally fits 5 in, like Alan said. No flourishes at all. And even the bars themselves have no flourishes on. So sometimes you expect when you open these, they've got big wrappers and stuff. Really, yeah, you're really right there. It should definitely be really right there. It should definitely be mentioned that. Oh, your hair is not so okay, right? Oh dear, sorry. This might not be for you. Then might not be for you, Rick. Yeah, it might not be for you. I see. Oh. Well, we'll see. You never know. Do you not like Nutella and things like this? Because I feel it'll be a bit more like that or Kinder Buenos. Yeah, we should definitely celebrate the fact that this really doesn't have much flourishes at all. Anyway, it's got an individual foil wrapper as well. It's double wrap basically. I think that's really good. I really like that actually. Really good. You can see here, looks like has a bit of a tree log effect, and you've got 2 of them actually. Maybe we'll do that. Why not? Let's do it. Let's push the boat out. Why not? Get 2 of them. You could get something looking very tree-like. Let's see if we can pull this one out. See if we can do that. Well, not quite tree-like, but not too bad. It's not quite. That's not bad, is it? Yeah. Looks okay. Even eat them like that, actually, which I'd be tempted to do. Yes. Hazelnuts are delicacy. I think you were saying about this, actually, Joe. I forgot about this. Yeah, you're saying they're quite... Why is that, then? They're very expensive, or is it just... I think they're quite... They're not really seen as much here, I don't think. Yeah, strange, that. Yeah, just seen as just a hazelnut, basically. Not a big fan of hazelnuts or praline. Green tea, ice cream, and cake is popular here. Don't like it much either. Okay, green tea, ice cream. Yeah, green tea. I'm not a big fan of green tea, I must say. Yeah, interesting one, that. Yes. Log design, you like it? It's a good design, actually. It does look good. I like them when doubled together as well. Yeah. Let's have a see then. Yeah, it does look good. Let's give it a bit of a... Okay. 12.3, 12.27 in length. And then the width... 2.2, and the height at 1.1. Okay, interesting, yeah. So let's give it a bit of a snap. Okay, there we go. So you can see both sides. Nice wafer in the middle. Looks very. Looks more like it's just going to be wafer flavored chocolate, chocolate flavored hazelnut flavored chocolate, really. But I think there might be little pieces in that chocolate. I think you can quite make out on the top one. Little chunks, little pieces. Interesting. So I'll just have another look on what it said on the wrapper. Just what it actually called. I keep forgetting. Milk chocolate crunchy bar of hazelnut filling. Okay, so the filling, it looks to be wafer to me. That really, that definitely looks to be wafer to me. Don't know if it didn't say it was wafering, did it, or did it? Yeah, maybe it's not wafer. It looked like wafer, but maybe it isn't. All right, interesting. Okay, let's give it a go then, I guess. Yes. Cream making green tea products everywhere. Yeah, I've never really been into sort of. I just like normal. We call it builder's tea. I think I just like one where you can add milk to. I'm not a big fan of all these chamomile teas and stuff, but I've had them. But I like to be able to add milk to tea, basically, and coffee as well. Most expensive one, the nuts, I guess. I thought they're grown quite, isn't it? Well, I don't know where they're grown actually. I thought they were grown in South America, hazelnuts, but maybe I don't know. So you just would have thought it'd be cheaper, but maybe not. Maybe because it's seen as a delicacy, they just had a bit of a premium to it. I think I sent you a green tea. No, yes, that's right. I think you did actually. Yes, I think you did, Rick. I don't mind it in sort of chocolate bars and things. But it's just green tea on its own. I'm not a big, yeah, knockoff ones. Honestly, might start it to review. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, going through them, getting through them. It's just taking time. Okay, let's give this a go then. It does look a bit wafery that, but we'll find out. Let's see. It's definitely wafer. It's got a crunch to it for sure. Actually, quite nice, A nice wafery taste to it. That's not really a hazelnut taste actually, though. I must say. Let's try doubling it up and half a lot. Let's try it. That's not bad. It's quite soft. The chocolate's quite creamy chocolate. It's quite soft chocolate. The chocolate's okay. It's kind of like creamy chocolate I'm not a fan of. Before we were talking about the creamy chocolate from the Giardelli that was nice. This one's a bit too creamy from my point of view. Let's say nice crunch to it. I'm not really getting much of a hazelnut taste actually. You might even like this, Rick. It's actually not too bad. I feel like the see. I'm not really getting much. There's a slight maybe hazelnut taste, only very slight, but not much at all. It's more a wafer crunch, really. Let's say it's kind of unfortunately because the chocolate's quite soft and quite creamy. It kind of I don't know. I feel like it doesn't work as well with the wafer as it should have otherwise done because you're getting just mainly wafer taste, sort of wafer consistency rather, not taste. Because the chocolate just melts away quite quickly, and I don't know, it doesn't provide much resistance as opposed to the wafer. I find they don't complement each other quite as well as I'd like, really. It's not bad though. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's a nice one. Let's say not really hazelnut-like at all. So I think hazelnut fans might be a bit disappointed, really. And as I say, to say it had like hazelnut. Again, I forgot what it said now. Hazelnut filling. I certainly wouldn't call it a hazelnut filling at all. I say it's just wafer. I think it's like little hazelnut sort of bits inside the chocolate, but as we can kind of see here. Hopefully, you can see these little yellow bits in the chocolate at the bottom, but they're very small. Maybe there's a bit of cream at the top. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like a hazelnut cream at the top. Let's see. Maybe slightly. Maybe that's what makes the chocolate seem quite creamy. See that there? That's very small. There's not much of it, that'd be at the top there. That might be what it is. But even when I bit the top off, I couldn't really taste that much at all. So it just seemed to come across as a soft chocolate. Interesting. It takes 8 litres of water to go 1 almond, hence why they are a bit pricey. I've heard something like that. I didn't know it was almond. I've heard something about 8 litres of water for one something or other, or something like that. But yeah, it must be almonds. Yeah, I can understand why. I think and I think maybe it's a similar thing for nuts in general. I'm not sure, but it does sound. Yeah, I can see why there. Yes, I think that can be a case with maybe some other things as well. Maybe it's not just pralines I've heard, but I've heard that about something. Maybe it is that, but yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it? I think that's a problem with a lot of things that kind of It's like food isn't like meat and stuff like that. They kind of say they take so much energy to give to the animal for then to harvest the animal itself. Just yeah, bad for the environment. I guess. I guess that this is not quite, maybe not quite as bad as that, but yeah, interesting really. Yeah, these Duplos, interesting ones. I think is the gist of it. I feel like they're not really hazelnut-like at all, but I feel they're quite nice. But I feel like soft topper just doesn't quite work as well as I would have liked. If it was more of a solid chocolate, if it's more like, I don't know, I wouldn't describe Kit Kats as having like a hard chocolate surround, but the chocolate seems to work a lot better with it. It's not, even though it's quite thin, I feel like it just works. Whereas this one, I feel like the chocolate just doesn't quite work as well for whatever reason. Let's say it could be that hazelnut or that praline type filling at the top, which doesn't quite lend itself as well as I would have liked really. So I think these are quite nice all the same. I do quite like them, and they look great, and I think I love the packaging. I love the way it's so concise and so, I say, no flourishes going on at all. I think that's really to be commended, really. I say, and even in the actual bars themselves, they've not padded them out with flourishes either. So it's really good, that really. I must say that's all the credit to them there. In the old days, I would have detracted and well, it depends on the state of the flourish. But for this one, I mean, it's the way it should be, though, really, to be honest with you. But it shouldn't. We shouldn't really be having to commend them for just not wasting space. But there we go. But yeah, I feel like for me this one, I think they're still nice, they're really good. But I feel unfortunately that sort of soft fondanty topper or the chocolate, well not fondant, but the sort of chocolate truffly type centre or whatever it is, that maybe the hazelnut filling, I don't know, just kind of detracts. Unfortunately, it doesn't really taste of hazelnut either. There's a nice crunch on the wafer though. I do like that, but I feel like the chocolate or the chocolate type stuff in it, whether that's the hazelnut filling or whatever it is, I don't know, but whatever it is, all that stuff just doesn't quite work as well as I would like. It's too soft and too creamy, not chocolatey enough really for me. So I think for me it's 3.5 out of 5. These ones still nice, but yeah, as I say, and if you're a hazelnut fan, I think you'd be disappointed as well, because there's no hazelnut taste at all in those, that I could tell anyway. So yeah, but still nice, still nice. Yeah, so last one I think we got, a bit of a bonus one, this one, because I found it knocking about and I forgot to review it, so it's going to, may as well review it really, even though it's a bit out of season. Yeah, it's the Cadbury Pods. Yes, so I think this is, I might have a hazelnut filling as well, so it's a Christmas one. I don't know what the date is on it, I'm sure it's still edible, but even if it's not, we'll go through it anyway, just a bit of a bonus. Yeah, so you can't really read any of that, 35 grams. But yeah, I think that might be the end of May, I think, I'm not sure, but anyway, whatever it is, we'll go through it anyway. We'll give it a go. It's a bonus one, this one, anyway. We'll see. Meant to be very nice, this one. A lot of people rated it pretty well, so let's give it a bit of a go. So I thought I may as well get it done while it's there, get it out of the way. All right, let's give it a bit of an opener. So quite a big sphere of, but I think it's, so you can't read what it actually is, unfortunately. I don't think, anyway. Does it actually say? Milk chocolate with a truffle filling, it says, I think. Yeah, so they're quite difficult to read, these things. It's a perfectly spherical. Well, there you go. Yes, you can see it's just a big ball of something or other. With a top of a Christmas decoration, of course. That's quite good. As I say, yeah, this one. I normally would do 5 things in the member review, but in the live review, but I thought since I saw this one, why not get it done as a little bonus at the end? It does look a golf ball shape. You're right, that's it, Joe. I was trying to think what it looked like. And yeah, it is a golf ball shape, isn't it? It almost looks like it's got the dimples for a golf ball, but it's just it's the snowflakes on it. But you're right, it's very interesting. It's very unusual. Yeah, I think it's meant to be like a Christmas bauble that you would hang from your tree, I think is the gist of it. Let's give it a quick measure then, what the diameter is. Pretty much a perfect sphere. 4.1 centimeters across, maybe at one side. And the seam, about the same. You see, there's definitely like a topper that's perhaps been sealed, I think. Let's give it a bit of a chop down the centre as well then, why not? We'll do it down the seam actually, why not down the seam? Okay, there you go. So you can see there's definitely a gap here. You can see that gap there where it's been filled and sealed together. It's a bit disappointing that. There's a massive gap in it. So you can imagine if I cut it down the side, the other way, you would have a massive gap down it. Try doing that now. It's going to collapse. Oh well, it collapsed a bit, but there we go. But But there you go. In fact, you can kind of see it there, that gap there. So you can see the gap in the middle. He's got little chopped hazelnuts in as well. But look at that gap. Yeah, it's ridiculous, that isn't it? Really. So I've seen worse, but it's not much worse. That's pretty poor. That. Yeah. That's Christmas tree boy. Yes, this is about season, Joe. Basically, I found it in the backlog. I thought I may as well get it reviewed before it's too late. Yeah, well, it's too late, I guess. But there you go, a little bonus one. But it does look very nice. Yes, it does look very nice. But unfortunately, that big gap in there, which you saw a second ago. So a bit disappointing, that one. So it's filled with like a truffle filling with chocolate around the edge. So that's, yeah. As I say, that's sort of, yeah, chocolate gap middle there. Bit disappointing, but you see it's hazelnut filling. There we go. All right, let's give this one a taste then. Let's give it a go. Let's see. I heard good things about this, but I think it's got, like I say, this is a hazelnut sort of filling, truffly filling. So we'll see. This is a hazelnut filling for sure. Very truffly, very sickly. Speaking of you, Emily Misty said she really liked these when she was talking about them in the comments. I never got around to reviewing it. Yeah, they're bad for these. Cadbury are bad for these sneaky gaps, and they are. Did you try the well, the mini? I'm doing these in Look Back actually, Alan, which will be on Monday. I know you like Look Backs actually, so I've finally done it, so it will be on Monday. But a bit of a chopped hazelnut floating in my mouth then. But yeah, they are. I don't know if you tried all the sort of like the mini eggs, the dime mini eggs, the cream egg mini eggs, the dairy milk mini eggs, all these other little mini eggs he did. They had such huge gaps to the point where they just collapse when you, even if you tried to sort of squeeze them a bit, they would just literally just fall apart. They had such big gaps in them. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous it was. Yeah, really ridiculous. Yeah, this one for me, it tastes okay. The chocolate's quite nice. It's reasonable, but it's just very much a truffle filling. And you know we've seen truffles to death really now, haven't we? It's this sort of specific truffle. It doesn't really taste of anything specific. Well, it tastes of hazelnut, I guess, but it's just that's, you know, got hazelnut bits in it, but it doesn't really taste of much other than that. You know, it's just a big lump of stuff. It's quite thick and dense. It's okay. It's too much for me, I think, is the gist of it. Back in the day I would have done. It's one of those. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, notice how prominent gaps we have to highlight it. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And so you wouldn't really think of it normally because you just put it in your mouth. But then when you know, I think it's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, it just really is ridiculous. Yeah, I just can't believe it. Really, it's just sort of so. It's just too much, isn't it, Alan? As you say, just massive gaps, and they just all fall apart. But as I say, if you just, I don't know. If you normally just bite it, you'd notice it, but you wouldn't, I don't know, put two and two together maybe. But even then, you could still taste it. It was just so ridiculous, just this collapse. You know, it's just really ridiculous, actually. And I'm sure it wasn't like that when I reviewed them in the past. But maybe I wasn't looking for it. You know, I don't know. But yeah, well, I'm glad. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It just really is ridiculous. Some of these things. You know, and there's those Aero. I don't know if you saw those Aero melts as well, Alan, where the regular ones are like a 90-gram bag or something, but the caramel ones and the orange ones are 86 grams. And they're the same size bag, but they've just given you less for some reason. So, madness. Absolute madness, really. Yeah, absolute madness. So, I don't know. One of those. But yeah, so, I don't know what to make of this one. I think, I quite like it. I think it's nice. But, I don't know what to make of it, is the gist of it. I feel like it's just a lot of truffle, and I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot of truffle and not much else really. But if you like that kind of truffle taste, I think it's up your street. It's got some, you know, hazelnutty bits in there. But for me, it was, I don't know, too much of it, I think. It's not quite as sickly as perhaps the Lindor, but it's definitely up there. I don't know, it's just a bit too much for me. But, I don't know. It's okay. I feel like if you really like it, you'll really like it, if you know what I mean. But for me, I don't know. I feel it's quite a mundane one for me. So, just too much truffle, too big for me, and a bit not quite Cadbury enough. So I think 3 out of 5 for me, that one. Yeah, I think 3 out of 5. Not bad, but it was probably what I was expecting it to be, really. If anything, it's a 2.5 out of 5, you know, because I've seen it so many times before. Yeah. Yes, sorry, melt thing's very cheeky and makes no sense. I know, it's just disgusting, isn't it? It's literally disgusting, actually. It's just so, I can't believe they did that. And there's no sense, because all it is just flavour, isn't it? So it doesn't weigh anything. And even if it did, We saw in the video I counted them out, so there is less. There's literally less in the video, so it's not like for some reason the liquid they're dropping in adds that 4 grams. You actually got 4 less. So can't believe it. It's and I can't believe it makes no sense either. Sure it costs them more money. Well, I don't know. It doesn't cost them more money, I imagine, but you'd think it cost them effort to try and put less in. I don't know. It's crackers, really. Yeah, absolute crackers. I don't know. Oh, yeah, so thanks for the administration, everyone, today, by the way. Really great focus for you monitoring and things like this. I think it's been one of those, hasn't it? Clearly, it's a shame, really, because but I think I'm trusting your judgment, and I think you're getting it right there. So thank you so much. I try not to talk about it because obviously it just highlights it and stuff like this. But there we go. Thank you so much, Alan. Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Rick, as well, for all your help on that. We massively appreciated. Really is. So as I say, those you don't know, please bear with it, by the way. It's just obviously the moderators have got to do their job, and they're doing a great job of it. So thank you so much. So yeah, but I think you can usually tell when someone's genuine or not, and I think you're doing a very good job of it. So thank you so much, everyone. Yes, that brings us to the end of this one. So as I say, a bit of one of those, bit of a funny one going on this past couple of weeks. I've been trying to catch up, and things have just been taking a lot of time. Definitely, definitely all the things like trying to catch up with some of the reviews, some of the also look backs, things like this. But as I say, look back should be back on Monday. I've done like a month's worth, so it's not a massive video actually, but it took a bit of time to edit. But I've done new graphics and things, so check out that. Hopefully enjoy it. I'll do the update tomorrow, I think, as well, the June update as well. And then hopefully I'll get back on track with the reviews as well going forward. I feel like I've been a bit slow with them recently, but it's just one of those, unfortunately. Sometimes I look back yesterday. It took so long to do. It took about 12 hours to do the whole thing yesterday, and it kept failing as well. It was rendered for 20 minutes, then failed, then rendered again for 20 minutes, then failed. It did about 6 times. Well, at least 4 anyway. And then before I had to think of what it could be, and I managed to sort it, but it was something or nothing. And it's, and I think hopefully it won't be a problem going forward, but fingers crossed. So anyway, that's why there was nothing yesterday. I was trying to get it out for yesterday, but as I say, I only finished it about 11 o'clock at night in the end, and started it about 12 in the morning, in the afternoon. So it was a long one. But yes, great show. Yes, great to chat to you, Joe. Really great to chat to you. Glad you're doing okay. Really good to hear from you as always. And hope the weather warms up where you are. Although it's technically what we class as warm. But yeah. Yeah, great to see you too, Alan, as well. And of course, I'll say Rick also. And anyone else is watching as well. Jen from before, of course. Really great to see you, Jen. Really glad that you're appearing as well. Hopefully I've not forgotten anyone. Fingers crossed. Always worried that I forgot someone from today. And Egg, of course, as well. There we go, Egg as well. If you're still about Egg, great to see you as well. Really glad you're coming in, Egg. It's really good to see you. And hopefully I'll catch up with you about some gaming stuff at some point too. Sounds like Rick's well into his gaming as well. It's just the time zone might be a bit difficult there. But we'll sort something out at some point, I'm sure. Yes. Lots of work indeed. It was a bit, Joe. It was a bit, but there we go. Hopefully in the future it'll be quicker. I felt like I've discovered why it was taking so long, and I've also sort of streamlined it a bit more as well. But yeah, so hopefully it'll be a bit quicker in the future. And I've also left it about a month. That's why. So it's a month's worth rather than a week's worth all in one day. So it's like a perfect storm. Oh dear. Oh, thank you so much, Alan. Thank you. Enjoy yours too as well. I hope you're having a great one. I hope everyone else is too. Enjoy it, everyone. Thanks so much for watching again, as I say. All your support's massively appreciated. Really, really is. And thanks for the moderation as well. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. And there's a 6-second delay, so apologies if it's taking too long to... apologies if I don't reply because it's took some time to get to me and respond back. I've not ignored it. It's just been that delay, unfortunately, that's made me miss it. Yeah, I'll have to be careful, Joe. I'm going to be careful now, yes. I have to have some normal stuff, I think. But yeah, thank you so much. Yes, well, enjoy whatever you get up to eating as well. I'm not sure if you're maybe saying you had that great pie. You have to let me know if it was nice or not. I forgot to ask you earlier. But hopefully it was nice. And hopefully enjoy whatever else to get as well. But yes, with moderation, definitely. I won't be going near these for much, I don't think. I'll try and perhaps share them out with people, I think. But there we go. All right, guys, thanks so much again. Thank you so much. Good to chat to you all. It really is. Thank you so much. And thanks for your support. Have a great weekend, as Alan says. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye.